Welcome back to Story Mode. It's 1999 and the world looks on as George Lucas is about to release the first chapter of Star Wars, known as The Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace and the subsequent two movies were the backstory for episodes 4, 5, and 6. And because I wasn't going to make it into a movie, I didn't write it in order to fit the technology.
Welcome back to 1999, where we take a look at the movies that were absolutely awesome, beginning with Matrix. The year had so many great movies, I don't know how they squashed them all in. The Blair Witch Project, Austin Powers, Magnolia, The Sixth Sense, Fight Club, Toy Story 2, and the incredible The Mummy.
Who the hell are these guys?
Priests. Imhotep's priests.
All right then.
But my favourite three movies for 1999 is Galaxy Quest.
I remember that sound. That's a bad sound.
Wait. We might be able to lose him in this cloud here.
Oh, I don't think that's a cloud.
James Bond in The World Is Not Enough. And this movie has to be one of my favourite intros to any James Bond film. Now for my number one, and it's a bit of a story. So we're back once again in 1999 and things are going great. I'm somewhat into video games thanks to the Sega Dreamcast with about 10 to 20 games. I'm mainly enjoying Sega Rally 2 and Son Goku Battle. Mandy and I were dating for approximately 3 months and, well, I had to ask the question, will you marry me? She said yes. It's amazing at how many things Mandy and I had in common. We liked the same foods, the same drinks, the same ice cream. Everything was almost the same with our food likes, but she was a little bit sheltered when it came to toys and action figures and Star Wars films. And she got a huge shock when she came over one Saturday to watch the wrestling with me. WCW NWO for life. In the meantime, I was a computer rep for Microsoft. Yep, that's right, Microsoft. I would actually go from shop to shop selling mice, keyboard, speakers. Yeah, Microsoft actually made speakers and mainly software. And people just placed their orders and was kind of, well, it was okay, job was a little bit boring. Fast forward to May and I was getting excited for a life-changing event, the return of Star Wars. It's been 16 years since we've seen Return of the Jedi and now it's coming on the big screen once again, a new trilogy starting from Episode 1, A Phantom Menace.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Now, Manny wasn't really into Star Wars, and I didn't know anyone into Star Wars as much as me, like anyone except one person. My best friend from primary school, Mikey. Yep, if we went back to 1982, I moved to a new primary school and met a kid there called Mikey. I just followed everything he followed. We become best friends. He was into Melbourne Football Club, I was into Melbourne Football Club. He told me all about Star Wars and I was hooked. Fast forward 19 years and Mikey and I coincidentally met up 3 months before the premiere of Episode 1.
Excited? I've been in the toilet 10 times already.
Extremely excited, yeah. I think I've given myself an ulcer.
I mean, who wants to leave the show and go to the toilet?
I will never forget, it was the 3rd of June 1999, the Australian Day 1 release of Episode 1. It was Mikey, myself and Mandy sitting in the seats, ready to be enthralled with Star Wars Episode 1, A Phantom Menace. Mikey and I were like kids, like literally like kids. We were so excited. This is a new side Mandy's never seen before. She never saw this kid just come out of me. But guess what? She loved it. She embraced it. The thing is, Mandy has never, ever seen a Star Wars film in her life. I know, tragic. Now, when the 20th Century Fox logo come up, everybody in the cinema clapped. When the Lucasfilm logo come up, everybody clapped more. When a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away come up, everybody cheered. But when the Star Wars logo zoomed in, the whole cinema went berserk. And Mikey and I were the craziest of the lot. We sat and we closely watched every detail of the film, even though people were clapping and cheering throughout the film when past characters come up. We didn't. We were concentrating like our life depended on it. The movie ended and people started to walk out the cinema, except Mike and I and some hardcore fans. We stayed to the very end, and when we heard Darth Vader's breathing at the end, Mikey and I looked at each other and just hugged. Star Wars was back. When we left the cinema, we heard some people not really loving the film. It kind of baffled us. Yeah, sure, Jar Jar Binks can be a little bit annoying, but this is Star Wars. This is the start of something great. And to be honest, we love the film. We loved it so much that we booked a ticket for the next day.
No comment.
No comment.
He's joking.
No comment.
He's joking. He's like this all the time. Come on, it's great.
It was great. It was good. No, it was terrific. It was terrific. We loved it.
Then we booked another ticket for another 2 days. Then we saw it again and again and again. And get ready, Mike and I saw Star Wars A Phantom Menace in the cinema 22 times.
The reading is off the chart.
After the film, we'd love to go and visit Pizza Hut and see the life-size figures such as Yoda, Jar Jar Binks and Darth Maul, and we were dying to own them for ourselves. I cannot tell you how many times Mandy's seen Episode 1 because she didn't come with us all the time, but it would be at least 5 or 6 times.
You're under arrest.
The thing is, this was the start of an obsession. I could feel that this was the relaunch of Star Wars. It was like living in the 70s and 80s again, but we're older. And Mikey and I agreed to start collecting Star Wars figures once again.
Collectibles you used to have, but you throw them away as a kid and now you regret it.
So everyone says toys are for kids. Everyone from my age onwards buys all Star Wars stuff.
Even the doll is just to die for, so... Oh God, that sounds Spanish.
With video games sort of out of the way, I wasn't collecting them anymore, so I had to put my focus into collecting something. I like collecting, and I'm a bit of a completionist. So we started going to all different shops. Comics R Us, Toys R Us. We'd be there at like 4 in the morning lining up just to run in and get the latest figure before it sold out. We were crazy.
I can't open it. Jeez. What do you want to open it for? Wreck the packaging.
In no time we had the full set of Hasbro Episode 1 figures, including the ones before that, Power of the Force and Power of the Jedi. We started collecting everything Star Wars, and it was kind of fun because he'd get something new, I'd get something new, and it would have to help each other find those rare figures. It was an adventure. Of course I would buy every Star Wars video game, but video games really did take a back seat. Speaking of back seats, Mandy and I decided to buy a new car, well, more or less for Mandy. So we went to Honda and bought her a new HR-V. It was practical, which Mandy likes, and it was sensible. It was good on fuel. Let's do it. While she was buying it, the salesman twisted my arm and talked me into getting the all-new Honda Prelude in blue, which looks stunning. So with a little bit of finance, I managed to get that car because I didn't want to put too many kilometers on my R33 GTR. I wanted to kind of keep it for special occasions or at least weekends. The Prelude I'll drive every day. And being a rep for Microsoft and going shop to shop in an R33 GTR was a little bit heavy, especially on fuel. So in the Honda Prelude, this suited perfectly. And this would be my everyday car. Well, that was the plan.